There we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CanadaGuns Talk Show, episode 66. Why are revolvers so sweet? Hey, there goes the wife. I am your host, the Revolver. And
are we supposed to like say our names or something?
People here? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking say something.
Hello.
Something.
There is Elixir and the hunting gear guy. You guys know them. Oh, look. Crazy's here, too. We have a show today for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about things, and things are gonna be talked about. But first, we're gonna go over what we did on the last couple of days. I know Elixir did fuck all, so he's gonna go first right now.
Well, I got laid off, so I have plenty of time to, go shooting now. And
But now you need the money to go shooting.
well, I got plenty of projectiles. It's fine.
Okay.
He's just gonna sit there reloading his 338 Lapua Magnum cases over and over again.
Pour the powder in, dump it out. Pour the powder in, dump it out. 'Cause can't afford more than one. Don't want to waste.
Can't actually shoot it. Jesus, no.
It's fucking ridiculous.
The cost of it. Think about it.
Fucking that's a double every shot.
Whoa.
How many of those amount up to a rent payment? 100 rounds of 338 Lapuas is rent.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, that is. You know what's not rent 100 rounds of? This guy. Especially when you fucking load 38s. Yeah, I'll talk about my loading for those later. But hey, crazy. Hey, crazy. No
Shaking
crazy.
his head, no.
No
I'll take his
crazy.
spot.
Take his spot. You talk, Adriel.
I'll talk. I'll take his spot. Sold my Shadow 1. That was quick.
Did you actually shoot it, though? Did you actually shoot it?
I did not shoot the Shadow 1.
How long did you even have it?
I think I had it for like a week. Maybe a week and a half.
You had it last show, and then you didn't this show.
Okay, 2 weeks. It's I don't have it anymore.
You never even shot it. You never even shot it, man.
No, it's just gone. I've shot another Shadow 1. So, I sold that. Did I sell anything else? I might have. Maybe I sold other things. I'm just not remembering it. Anyways, I shot the Chaz 3-gun match. There was 42 shooters. Pretty busy. I had some jams on my AR-15. And when I got home, I'm like, hey, I should probably clean this thing out, figure out what's going on. And when I was loading it with some dummy rounds, it was like kind of hard to go home into battery. I'm like, why is that happening? And the extractor seemed like, man, this thing's really stiff. So I opened that up. Crover, when's the last time you cleaned your extractor out of your AR-15?
There's an extractor.
Okay. So I've never cleaned mine either. I'm like,
wait, like the claw? Are you talking about the claw?
Yeah.
What, it was dirty under there?
Uh-huh. Okay, so you know what happens. That claw, there's your claw. There's the rim of the case. It goes over top, and then it flings it out. And every time it does that, it gets like a little bit of brass going under there, going underneath the arm of that thing. And over here, there's like a spring and like this rubber donut. And they get a little bit full of fouling and brass and that kind of stuff. It's very easy to pull out if you need to. You could do it in like a half minute. Anyways, it was full of shit. And so I cleaned it out, and now it seems like it's cycling a lot better. So there's that. Yeah, really interesting designs for the stages. Really cool. We had an open shooter from Saskatoon come out. He's a pro shooter, pretty good, and he whopped everybody. I got first in TAC Ops, which is the division I'm in. And yeah, it was a good time. A little bit long. We went from 8 a.m. until just about 8 p.m. So that's a long day on the range. A lot of shooting though. Yeah, lots of shooting. And
It
yeah,
didn't
that's
look too
good.
cold from the footage, both Chad's and yours.
No, it wasn't cold. It was rainy, and well, when I say not cold, it's been like -20 and like minus, a million for so long. It was probably like 5, and I'm like, it was fine. It's nice outside.
Balmy
5.
even.
Yeah, 5 and rainy. Let's see. Thursday, I ordered a Shadow 2 from the Calgary Shooting Center, and Monday came in the mail.
Hey.
Gotta love the Canadian, the Albertan transfer times are so fucking fast. Oh man, I've sold a
was
gun
it single day or was it 2 days?
Less than a day.
Oh fuck! I had a 2-day one last week.
Yeah, I've more commonly had like 24 hours with the Alberta CFO. Now I've sold some stuff to people in New Brunswick and Ontario, and those take like
4 weeks.
forever. Yeah, they do not give a shit. It takes so fucking long to transfer a gun. This, again, bought on a Thursday. Like I get it in the mail on Monday. It's empty in case anyone wants to know.
Have some proof.
Yeah.
Have some proof.
Is that the one where you put your finger in the barrel, or
Yeah.
No, that's if you're checking your laser.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You go like this and you pull the
Yeah.
trigger. Yeah. Let's see. I got some mags for it. I love what they did with the Shadow 2. They got Mechgar. They said, "Hey, you make the mags," and so you can just buy Mechgar mags for this, and it's the same as the factory mags. And they're all metal body, plastic floor plate, and they're nice and slick.
And
So how are you gonna fuck with it?
I've already been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I was like, do I Dremel something on it right away? It's got so much that's like it's working for it. Okay. The safety is one of the thin safeties. Here, let me just pull this up to the camera.
Yeah, this
So
does not have a thin safety.
Yeah, it's just a thin safety. I thought it would come with the bigger safety with the shelf on it, but it didn't.
Like the one on my Shadow 1?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
that Shadow 1 I sold had a bigger safety on it. I don't know why this one's thin. Maybe because they don't use a safety in IPSC. In IPSC in production, for this gun, you will decock it, and you won't actually use the safety. You'll decock it, you'll holster it, and then when you come out, your first shot's double action, and then after that, everything's single action only, right?
Oh, yeah.
What I don't get is why isn't it a decocking safety?
Because those are aids.
Yeah,
I mean, it exists on like just about every other gun that has a safety and is double action. The safety is also a decocker.
I don't know if that's every gun ever, man. I think that's just your P226.
My P226 has no safety. It's just a decocker. But on the Beretta 92, it's a decocking safety.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them are. They have the safety, and when you push the safety, like it'll be, you'll push it down and then down all the way, and that'll decock it. But no, with shadows, you gotta very carefully move that hammer forward, and if you don't do it right, you set it off and you get DQ'd. It's a real risk, and this is the best IPSC pistol you can buy for production. Let's see. Yeah, I got some extra mags. Now I'm looking at which holster to get. I might get a Highlander tactical one or a Red Hill or Blade Tech. I don't really know yet. I think my mag pouches will work for it. I don't even really know if I need to run it versus the Glock 34. Because this Glock 34.
Did you even get a chance to write an article about it?
The Shadow or the Glock?
Yes.
No. I took some pictures and I got some video shooting both of them. So I'm almost there.
The Shadow.
I didn't shoot this Shadow. I have another Shadow one that I can use for the review.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll compare those for 3-gun kind of a thing. 3-gun's kind of a different sport. Actually, at the match, 2 people, both with Shadow 2s. This is a 3-pound handgun. This is fucking heavy. 2 guys with these had them pop out of their holsters. There was one stage where you had to run with your pistol holstered, and having a 3-pound weight running, like bouncing around, they have a tendency to jump out of a holster if you don't have like active retention, or if your tension on the trigger guard isn't enough. So Word to the wise.
Well,
Whereas
stuff
with the
in your mouth.
Glock, that's not really as much of an issue because they're quite a bit lighter.
It's almost like they're made of Tupperware.
Yeah, almost like they're made of plastic Tupperware. So I bought some mags. I also did a nail test. So Sailor, he had some 7.62 by 54 from Lever Arms that rusted when he shot it on a nail. And so, yeah, I'm going to test some of his. He's going to test some of mine. And so far, I've just started. So I will let you know how that goes.
Excellent.
Yep. Anyways, that's it for me, I think. Yeah, that's it for me.
That's fascinating. Thank you very much, Adriel. I say that without a hint of sarcasm and just happened to burp in the middle of that. I shot not this. I shot not this. I shot this. Now, can you tell me what the difference is between these two?
One's a 22 and the other's gay.
Well, they're both gay, but
They're both gay. Yes. Not really. This thing is a model 617. No dash. It is first year of production. Empty. There is the fucking thing. It's so tiny. It really is. The later models of these obviously have the Hillary hole on them. And they're 10-shot models.
That's what I want.
what's a Hillary hole?
The Hillary hole is the frame lock.
Where?
Right there. All new Smith & Wessons.
Give me a second, I'll find mine.
I have no idea. I know it's like dash 4, dash 5s.
What's
all
it do?
have.
What's it do?
It's a trigger lock. It's a frame trigger lock. It blocks the trigger.
So that's a built-in trigger lock then.
It's a built-in trigger lock. But I don't know if Varsal has talked about it, but I think he mentioned it in one of his comments. Don't quote me on this, and probably Varsal, if he ever comes on here, would correct me. They don't count as trigger locks, so you can't transport your firearm with that lock engaged. There's a Hillary hole.
Hillary hole.
He'll need to present. He'll need to present.
Yeah. There's a Hillary hole.
Yeah, right there above the thing.
And have you ever used it?
Absolutely not. I don't even think the lock thing will fit in. And it comes with a key to put in there. For one, I called the CFO to ask if this is even a legal lock, and they said it's up to the officer, which means no, because that really means it's up to the judge.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like having to explain to a judge that, no, the lock's built into the gun, I swear, Your Honor.
And it was locked, for sure.
Yeah, there's also fun stories, completely unfounded probably, but maybe not, about those failing and rendering your gun into a brick.
Yeah, people take them out partially out of principle and partially out of that FUD lore. I really don't put much credit. Like, maybe one or two probably had it happen the same way that, like, one or two Model 19s had the forcing cone crack on them. Like, it's not going to be something that's going to happen to every single one of them, but mechanical things can fail.
Yeah.
You know?
That FUD lore is so prevalent that there are actual kits you can buy. I get it, you vape, bro.
Calm down, Jesus.
There are people that sell kits that you can buy, which are just, I'm guessing the instructions to remove the lock and a blind piece of metal to stick on the inside so that you don't get a gaping hole in your gun. Yeah, I bought that gun last Monday. I saw it pop up in CGN. I messaged the guy 3 minutes after he posted it, and he said that he had 3 other offers within the next 10 minutes of me posting it, messaging him. He was kind enough to lower the price since I was local to him. And I met up with him in the afternoon after paying for the gun. I checked over the gun, and he accepted the funds via EMT, and then we called the CFO together, had a nice chat about 22s while we waited for the CFO to wake up and pick up the phone, and then transferred the handgun right there and then on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I got the notification on my email.
Transfer. Notification to transfer.
Certification transfer. And then I went to shoot it on Wednesday. And did you catch what was missing from that process there? Or is there something missing from that process there? Is there? Is there?
Yeah. The transfer after the transfer email. Are you supposed to transfer the gun after you get the notification to transfer? What did the CFO say? The CFO say, yeah, you're good. Just take it now.
Yeah, well, I went. See, the way I figure it is, I went and I picked it up, and then I took it home with the transfer notification. So
you had the transfer notification when you picked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. So you got the transfer notification, then you went to his house, and you're like, give me my gun because it's been transferred to me, and I have the proof right here. That's fine.
Yeah, and then I took it to the range after.
Your long-term...
I know what he's talking about. You don't have a reg cert.
But I got the transfer notice, and it's got the registration certificate in it.
See? That's what I do.
Yeah.
It's got the cert number on it. The cops can just look that up if they care.
Right. What are they going to say, that it's not my gun?
Hey, imagine if those numbers for that gun were just attached to your license, which is also just a bunch of numbers somehow. In a base of data, maybe?
I would be willing to bet there is a base of data out there with not only my PAL number, but every single one of these guns' registration certificate.
I mean, probably.
Yeah. Oh, Elixir is a mere non-restricted PAL owner, so he has no idea what we're talking about. For those of you that
he will soon. After C71, he'll have to, do the call.
Oh yeah.
No.
He will. Well, that's
own guns, thank you.
Oh, right. He doesn't own any guns. He only owns extremely expensive bench rest.
Bench rest pipes?
Yeah. No, he only owns the rest. He doesn't own any of the guns.
I have the rest and the bag in preparation for owning the gun, but I just never got around to it,
I just love the rest and bag so much. Oh, crazy. Your mic's going all crazy again.
Just go get the fucking Rock Band band.
Every time. Back to the Rock Band microphone.
The Rock Band microphone. Do it. Yeah, you're still a robot. We have no idea what you're saying. But yeah, this has been debated before. If you're not up to the bullshit that we're talking about. Basically, some people say you need the physical registration certificate to take your guns to the range. But what you need to take restricted to the range is your ATT, really. And your ATT is no longer paper from Bill, what the fuck was it?
C42?
42? Yes. Yeah, Bill C42, you don't need the piece of paper. The ATT is attached to your license. So do you really need... Oh. How much you want to bet he just hit the wrong button and closed his window? He did! Did you close your window?
I had to. It wouldn't recognize the mic unless I did.
Oh, you just have to click the settings.
I tried that. It didn't work.
Oh,
try it again. Did you try turning it off and on again?
That's exactly what I just did.
It worked.
Turn it off and on. The IT crowd. And yeah, so take your revolver, you buy it, you get your transfer notice, you get your ATT directly attached to your license via Bill C42, and then you're good, right? Are you good? Are you not good? We have 4 people on. I know 2 people are okay with this, and one of them doesn't know anything. So I guess we just gave Adriel's opinion.
Well, I usually take the cert, but like based on when I go to the range, I only go like once a month, anyways. So usually lines up.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Miramichi takes about a week, 2 weeks to send your cert.
From what I've heard, it's because the Queen's printing press only prints these certs 1 day a week.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Queen's printer's probably like one of them piece of shit old printers.
The Matrix dot printer.
Yeah, it's got a tractor feed on it.
Oh, we fucking use one at work. It's garbage.
Used one at work. You're no longer employed.
Does it have a ribbon?
I don't know. I never actually ran it, but fuck me, it's.
Oh, I did actually.
I actually still have the paper from my last gun that I got in where I cut the register out of it.
You fucking animal.
Haven't bothered to throw it in the recycling yet.
Oh, I did actually group the handgun for about as much as you can group a 22 caliber revolver, single action, double action at about 5 yards.
Is
which
it a
is
single
fine.
hole?
No. The very core, the very center, was the first 6 shots ever, and then it progressively got better up to this very nice little cluster down here. See how I'm giving you the finger? That's it. Those are 5 holes plus a little flyer. You don't worry about that little guy, okay? And then shooting it quickly double action yields this. There's a nice little, I don't know, 3-4 inch group right there.
So what's the distance?
5 yards.
So your next
revolvers were better.
Your next
This is double action. This is double action. Listen. Single action. You see that?
Hey! My Glock is double action too.
Okay, shut up.
Next up, Crover, you got to do what you did with that other Smith & Wesson 22 you had and go and shoot it at 200 yards.
I'm just busting his balls. He's a good shooter.
I am not a good shooter. I take my time. That's it.
Where's the fun in that? Fuck that.
No, some people take their time with a pistol and they still can't shoot it worth a shit. They're not accurate.
I think
from the video,
it's the gloves getting in the way, though. I said I think it's the gloves getting in the way.
I was straight. You see the video? I wasn't wearing gloves.
What video?
The video of me shooting the fucking 22.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I was shooting it on my steel plate at 25 yards, and I hit 5 out of 6. How is that, Adriel?
Sorry, what?
I shot a steel plate at 25 yards, and I hit 5 out of 6.
How big is steel plate?
8 inches, I think.
This big? No. 8 inches. Yay big?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Like fast?
Well, if you look at the videos, like me shooting is like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Pap. It's literally pap, clack, pap, clack, pap, clack, pap, clack. You know, cocking the
Do you
hammer
guys have
back.
any steel challenge on the island?
Probably.
You should do steel challenge rimfire with that pistol, and you would find out whether it's fast or not.
My range doesn't even let me shoot rimfire at steel.
Why?
It's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually, they're like, oh, it'll ricochet, blah blah, whatever.
What kind of fucking rimfires do you guys have? God damn.
Real good ones.
If you've heard stories of some of the rules at Silverdale, you'd know that they're.
Okay. Just to dispel that, not so subtle post that I saw about no reloads allowed.
That's not Silverdale.
It's not Silverdale. Okay.
Okay, he already mentioned it a couple of times. Department of National Defense banned reloads on all their ranges. Apparently, they did this ages ago, and one base wasn't enforcing it, and now they're supposed to enforce it. And
So
do they sell ammo there?
No, it's a fucking military base.
Well, you don't know.
So do they have ammo there?
No, well, yes, actually, they have shitloads of ammo there, but fuck if you're going to get access to any of it.
That's why you go with your buddy that's in the army, you know?
Yeah, because he's just going to casually have all the locks to CFAD.
That's fine.
Just let it rip, bud. You remember, you got to collect your brass, though. This is for all the army guys. They know.
Just fucking send her, bud.
They actually do make them pick up all their brass, all the links from the machine guns, fucking, and turn it all in to make sure they're not stealing any of it.
Also, because they sell that shit. Do you remember that post? Maybe 2-3 years ago, like the auction from the government. It was like 2-3 metric tons of spent brass.
Yep.
The problem is the big ones they like drill holes through to fucking demill them.
Oh.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure that 2-3 ton pallet was like all 5.56. Somebody did the math and it was really not that economical.
No, it wasn't, considering it was fucking. I don't even think it was worth the scrap value of the brass.
Well, you gotta pull the crimp off of the You got to pull the crimp off of the crimped primer pocket there. Then you have to trim to length, and you have to full size. And then by the time you've done that, it's like, what am I doing with my life? I'm reloading 223, and now I got to put an expensive bullet on it when I could have just bought like shit tons of it for $430.
Yeah, that was my reasoning behind going, what the fuck am I doing? Fucking crimping all this 223 brass.
Yeah.
I was like, the time and energy of it versus buying some fucking 5.56 American Eagle on sale on fucking Boxing Day. Fuck
I
am I
should
doing?
probably just toss all the Norinco 5.56 that I have.
That's
like
that,
all that brass.
That brass is shit.
That brass
Like-
is shit. That ammo is shit, and those primers are shit.
that
but
ammo
it
is
does
pretty
go
good.
bang. It goes bang. It goes bang.
The primers
I gotta
pierce, and every once in a while you get a brass case that lets a little gas out the side.
Yeah,
That's
just
fine.
every once in a little while. But
Just a little.
You
just
got
a little
something like
bit.
that?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: you cannot run that in a Savage Axis. The firing pin doesn't have enough string to pop those
That's-
primers.
I remember shooting 5 rounds in this in my Hawa. I got like a line of like a vertical line that was 1 inch.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's about right.
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's
shooting that out of my IUR with my fucking super fancy hoity-toity trigger on fucking bench rest setup, as much as you can get with a fucking ruck. What is not the ruck?
Caldwell the Rock.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, using that setup, I still like taking my time and taking with the giant. Remember the fucking long crowbar with the fucking giant scope on it? That ammo out of that gun. Granted, it was 55 grain and a 1 in 7 twist, so you take what you can though. That still grouped like 2-3 inches at 100 yards. It was not working well.
Like I said, out of my Hawa, I grouped a 1 inch line, like straight up vertical line, perfectly vertical.
Yeah. But back to revolvers, which is technically what we're supposed to be talking about. Adriel, please explain to me why this is better than this.
Reloading.
Fuck!
If you like to shoot more than 6 rounds at a time, the other one.
But they sell versions of this with 10.
If you want to shoot fast, the other one.
But
I
they
mean,
sell
I got
versions
no
of this.
problems shooting this fast.
You can shoot
Okay,
this fast.
fast and actually hitting what the fuck you're aiming at.
Bitch, what? What?
Yeah, but I mean, you could have thrown those 22s that accurately at the target at 5 yards.
Listen.
A slingshot.
No, just let me go get my Nerf gun. I'll throw some darts on it.
Because after all, Nerf is a part of firearms culture.
Yeah, I'll go get some push pins too to make sure it sticks to the target.
Tell us what kind of grouping you get at 5 yards.
We don't have a range that goes out to 5, or that's only 5 yards.
No, you can do it in your house if it's just the Nerf darts.
No, but it's a firearm.
Oh yeah, discharging in a house, you can't do that.
Oh right,
shit.
yeah. There is a conversation going on right now on the sub that will probably get shut the fuck down. If you want to have a laugh, go look at that PEI post. If you're seeing this after the show aired, you're gonna see a lot of removed comments. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. The conversation has been lively, to say the least, today. But back to revolvers, because people want us to talk about it. Yes, this is a GoTendies sign. That's some of the shit that I have left over from when I used to order from them. Fun fact, they sold a bunch of M&P Sports out of spec.
Really?
How do you sell an M&P Sport out of spec?
I don't know. Ask GoTendies.
I'd ask Smith & Wesson how they made an M&P Sport out of spec is actually what I'd want to do.
I don't know what the fuck is happening, but there was a thread on CGN. I know. It wasn't me who went in there. Somebody else went in there and posted it on the IRC. Which, by the way, why isn't there more people in IRC? I mean,
Because
fuck.
IRC is dead.
Listen. No. There's like 7 of us in there all the time, okay? We get a new guy every once a week. And Adriel is trolling. But yeah, there was a thread in CGN saying
God,
that,
that one.
somebody had picked up an M&P Sport from Tendies, and the upper and lower had a visible gap between them.
I mean, some ARs have a gap
No,
between them.
Adrian, I know you were gonna say that, but this is like, oh, hello. Yeah.
like Tim the Toolman Taylor's like neighbor, like looking over the fence kind of thing.
Oh,
Like what was it? That the Colt Canada ones, whatever, when they had that big old wedge.
did they?
Yeah, somebody Devil was talking about it a while back. But I guess some of the Colt Canada uppers don't fit flush with the with the normie lower. So
Well,
Was it
that's
in
because-
Tendies?
That's because
Thumb?
the Colt Canada upper rejects any low quality foreign made lower. It's an allergic reaction. It's allergic to poor quality. I mean, if you're gonna drop $2,000 on an upper, you need at least a $500 lower.
no, it was
Everyone-
$1,200 for the SAS upper that he had to have.
Wait, was it only $1,200? I thought his fucking super snowflake thing was like $2,000. The MMR, whatever the hell it is,
I don't know what an MR is.
the monolithic railed upper or something, whatever the hell it's called.
Wow. All I know is he had SAS one or bought it.
Yeah. By the way, Double It, if you're watching, you're a fanboy, but so am I. There you go.
Was this thing about the Smith & Wesson Intendies forum, like in their sub on CGN? Because I'm trying to look
Remember,
through here.
they
and I-
delete shit. They deleted my post. I'm sure
Yeah,
they deleted
yeah.
that one. They love deleting things. Other than that, I guess we could just go through shit posts of the week, I guess.
Why are there still 2 Discord channels? There should just be one.
Or zero.
Because
And just go to
people
IS.
made 2 different Discords, and I don't fucking know.
They do
Uh,
the same thing.
I'm pretty sure that they both happen at the same time, and they're both
Yeah.
run by different people, and they are
Yes.
wildly different environments. One of them is a lot more relaxed than the other one, if I remember.
There's
Right.
not enough people in both of them, in either of them, to make one good channel. They should make one channel that's kind of okay.
I mean, as long as I'm the admin on one of them, it's never going to be okay.
Mataboos. Read.
Me and Desmouse are on that, and we spend a bunch of time just talking about weaving the fuck out of guns.
You're helpless. You really are helpless.
Nonsense.
Oh, you know what? This thing does have something going for it. I really like the sights.
Wait.
No, you
Wait,
cannot
it does.
compare weight when you have this fucking thing. Oh, hi.
Oh, that thing's heavy too.
You really gotta shoot this thing one of these days, man. You should come to the island, or I should bring this to Alberta for some reason.
Yep. You should bring it down here.
This thing is so cute. Oh, by the way, speaking about weight, I swear this thing, the balance of this thing is identical to the balance of this thing, mainly due to the fact that I'm pretty sure it's the exact same barrel blank, and then they just don't mill out as much metal in one as the other. So that makes them pretty much equal in terms of pointing and shooting it.
Heavy boy.
Heavy boy. Very heavy boy. I'm actually kind of curious as to how much one weighs versus the other. Because, Adriel, I know you were talking about when you got yours that you can actually make your Shadow 2 weigh like 3.5 pounds.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, very easily. So it weighs like 3 pounds all on its own, just like without doing anything. But the grips on this bad boy are aluminum, and they're actually kind of thin. Now you can get a thicker brass grip for them, and those are 300 grams. So there's a half pound there, and then you can get a brass magwell for it, and you're gonna get a 3.5 very quickly.
But
And
are you
that's
going to
without-
cover it in,
What's that?
are you going to cover it in glitter?
Yeah, you cover it in glitter. That'll help too. The brass is heavy though. And then the other, like if you really want to go crazy, you could put some of the guys will put like a weapon light. Now this is more normal on Glocks where you're trying to get just a little bit more weight on the set. This thing's got a ton of weight, but on a Glock, what some guys will do is get a weapon light and then take the light part out and pour lead into it and just like fill that sucker with lead. So get one of those lead pots and just hit the button and just fill it up like you're filling up a soft serve ice cream, and scoop it off at the top, and then you've got like a big weight on the front, and your gun doesn't move a lot. That fierce kicking 9mm with like a big chunk of lead on the front, it doesn't want to move a lot.
That is a method for sure.
Yeah. You'd never want to actually carry any of this stuff. Like the fact that this is a production pistol is fucking ridiculous, because the whole idea with production in IPSC is supposed to be like this is like a copper or like a military gun. This thing is way too heavy for a copper military gun. No fucking cop is carrying a Shadow 2. They might be carrying one. Oh, then no, not even a Shadow 1. They might be carrying a CZ75, which is even lighter than that guy, or more likely they're carrying a Glock or an MP.
Well, the CZ75 doesn't have this big motherfucking brick on their underslide over here, right?
Yeah. That's like, oh yeah, this is a totally functional rail. We just added it on, and that's for putting stuff on. And it's thick as fuck, and it's all steel. It's just like a big weight out in the front.
Thick as fuck and all steel. That should be a fucking shirt.
Solid, thick, tight.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Also, you don't really need full-length fucking guide rails all the fucking way across the frame, but you know what does have it? These guys.
Yep. Yeah, and they polish them. Oh man, it's so good. But you know what? One of the problems with it, because they have that full supported slide the whole way. If you shoot these and it's really, really cold, and you put too much oil in there, it'll start to congeal, and you'll actually see the slide get slower. So you'll be shooting. This is in Edmonton, so it's like -10, -20 kind of a thing, and you'll be shooting, and you'll see the slide. And it'll just go into place.
That with my Tokarev. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you see it with the Tokes too. Just from getting dirty and shooting nasty ammo, right?
Well, and also if it's like -8 and it's actually got oil.
Or you should put lard in your guns.
No, you should just
actually
put some
shooting with no oil is better.
With what?
Put
no
some
oil.
40.
No, you got to take the oil right out. It's got to be dry, and you just got to deal with the stoppages as they come. You will get stoppages on a gun that needs oil that you run no oil in, but it's better than having it like constantly fail on you.
Can you use a dry lube?
Or use a dry lube like graphite?
Yeah, could you?
I see some guys doing that, and it works for some guys, and it doesn't work for others.
Just grab some Crisco. I mean, fire clean.
That frog lube stuff's the worst in the cold. That stuff's
coconut oil.
Yes, coconut oil.
Coconut oil
does not do well in the cold.
At -12, -15, -20.
Yeah,
oh, you know what does do well in -20? Big iron.
True. I actually don't know. That would be interesting. I haven't seen revolvers. I mean, one of the interesting things about like ROing a 3-gun match is you get to see like 40 people try to do something in the same conditions. So if it's cold or something like that, you get to see all sorts of weird stuff go on with their guns.
I will say, however, this did fail on me once during my holster course training. The very first round, I should give some feedback, some context. My holster training course was an 8-hour course that you have to take in order to actually use a holster at the range at Victoria. Once you do that, it's not equivalent to a black badge course. Don't think of it as the same thing, but you can draw from a holster and shoot from a holster with that course. It consists of 50 rounds shot in 6-shot strings. Don't ask me why 6. I think they might have been accommodating for revolvers, actually. But even with,
50 doesn't divide evenly into 6.
They do that like, I think they do it like, oh, fuck, what the hell is it? They do it a bunch of times. They do it like 5 times, and then they let you shoot 10 or something like that twice or something like that. I think that adds up. Anyways,
they design the course for proper holster handguns, not
it's they do like shoot holster, shoot 2 holster, shoot 3 holster, and then you do that a bunch of times. Then you do it like sitting, you do it lying down, you do it standing up. They basically make you do it every which way that you possibly could shoot it. They watch you do it once, and they go, if you didn't shoot yourself and you didn't shoot the RO, I guess you're good.
I've never even imagined
what you guys should
from
do
holster while prone.
is adopt what we did here, which is do your 3-hour RO course and you're done.
My RO course was 69 hours.
You also can't get into the range without being an RO. So,
you do what happens in Ontario, where you have to go and do 6
we have a
months
range
of probationary shoots, and
no, at my range, there's just an orientation that you have to attend before you can go to the range by yourself, which is, I guess, kind of like an hour course. That's about 3 hours.
That's literally what they did for us. Like, here's a fucking slideshow of all the rules. They took us out to the range. Hey, this is the 600 meter. This is the 100 meter. Okay, you're good.
Well, I mean, they do that here, but then if you want to bring restricteds to the range in Ontario, you have to pay to take the safety course, then do like 4 to 6 probationary shoots over a span of, depending on what range, anywhere from like 3 weeks to 6 months. And then you used to have to have the range.
Bring your little red book when you show up to the shoot, and it's really ideal if you're wearing a red shirt or if you have the little floppy hat that the commies wear.
And you have to make sure that you know at least one propaganda song from a Soviet country. My personal favorite is 没有共产党就没有幸福国.
This is a no commie zone. This is a no commie zone. Free helicopter.
Probably actually sing that better since he speaks one of the Chinese languages.
That's Mandarin you're singing.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would be Mandarin, considering Hong Kong was free until a couple years ago.
This is a free helicopter ride channel, so keep going.
But no, and then you used to have the club apply for your ATT for you in Ontario when ATTs existed.
I bet they were really happy they didn't have to do that anymore. Oh wait, here comes C71.
Yeah, well, you can still take your gun to the range without an ATT.
Right.
Supposedly.
Oh, we'll see what the Queen's Cowboys have to say about that.
There's also supposedly going to be an online verification for transfers, which it's about fucking time that civilians had access to that. Like everyone had access to that, rather. Because I know gun shops have had access to it since the long gun registry ended.
Yeah, and it's fast. Their transfers are usually faster than what you can do.
No, I just mean the license verification rather than the transfer. Like for when they're implementing this whole verify the license, you're apparently going to be able to do that and get the license validation number, or the fuck it is, online. I was just saying gun shops have been able to do this forever.
I've never had mine actually validated. Like they look at it, okay, you're good.
I was forced to validate every license that came through at sale.
They just look at it and go, "Oh yeah, you have a license."
Well, they look at the expiration date, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're fine."
Actually, you know what? Wholesale stores used to be really fuddish about it. Like they just wouldn't even let you touch the guns. They'd just be like, "Where's your license, boy?"
Well, I went there enough that I knew most of the people anyway. So
well, you see, I have a darker complexion than you.
Have you tried never going out into the sun?
I have. It's called being in Alberta for 8 months. Then the summer comes and it all goes to shit. It's like, oh, look, there goes the gardener. Is it racist if I say it? I don't know.
We don't really have Mexican or South American gardeners in Alberta, though.
No, we have Filipino ones.
Bullshit, you don't. I know at least 3 gardening companies by Latinos.
Did you work
there? There goes Miguel. Hola, Miguel. Hola.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus used to work at the Tim Hortons here.
My sister
I used to work with Jesus.
She also dated a guy called Carlos.
I used to work with a Jesus from Venezuela.
Oh, I hate those Venezuelans.
He told me stories about going capybara hunting and how they used to smuggle guns into Venezuela.
Those things are tasty. By the way, fun aside, who's had capybara here?
Oh man.
I mean, we've all
I'm
grown
jealous.
up in a civilized country, so we don't eat rodents.
Oh, I'd eat capybara for sure.
It is
Yeah.
good. If I remember correctly, it's the best meat I've ever tasted.
Oh man. See, I thought it would be dolphin. I think dolphin would be the best meat ever.
Well, no, they're
like-
they're kind of like omnivores. They'd just basically be eating trash all the time, right?
Capybara or dolphins?
Yes.
Dolphins would be like meaty fish. Like it's a mammal, but it's a fish kind of. So it'd be like meaty fish. It would be like the most.
This aside is enough for me to go. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I mean, I didn't get run over on Monday, but
Oh,
Lots of people did.
I guess we'll touch briefly on that.
yeah,
Shit went down in Toronto. It really sucked. We really wish the best to all the people, and Crazy didn't get run over.
yeah. I never actually thought I'd have to legitimately text a person who was at this, like, because I know a guy who lives near there, and I never thought I'd actually be legitimately texting someone going, "Hey man, are you okay? I just heard about what happened near your house." But I actually had to do that. Like,
Was he okay?
yeah, he was probably at work at the time. He said he was nowhere near it when it happened, thankfully. But like, to be honest, it's honestly somewhat surprising it's taken this long for Toronto to have a mass killing like this happen. Like the last one I can remember was the Danzig Street shooting, and that I think only like 3 people died. But when you think about the city, like the size of Toronto, and with the kind of crimes we have here, I am somewhat surprised it hasn't happened earlier. But you kind of never actually hope it's going to happen. But when you look at a city like this size, it's almost inevitable that it was going to happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But at least he wasn't on Reddit. Oh, wait.
Shit.
Was he on Reddit?
Dude,
I mean-
he was like, apparently he was a hardcore insult. So
Yeah, it was probably on our incels.
with the
That
way
more-
that is,
He was more of a 4chaner.
no.
He did make specific reference to 4chan in his Facebook post before he did it. So
I thought that was like someone from 4chan who like caught the guy's name really quickly and like ripped out a Facebook post.
we're not quite 100% sure, I don't think, but like
There
enough
was
media
there was
have
a
been reporting
post,
on
I
that.
think, on Reddit. I mean, you know, however fucking reliable that is, but it said that Facebook had confirmed it was the guy.
Hmm.
That made that post. But this is unrelated to guns. So we will move on. Briefly touch on top post of the week. I don't think there's been anything other than shit posts. Has there been?
That's mainly what the sub is about these days.
Yeah, probably. Although, the petition for C71 is the second most signed petition in the history of signed
We
petitions.
finally beat the one about banning Islam and the one about not banning Islam.
Yeah, it's not really that good, but hey, you know, you take it
I
where
mean,
you can.
those were literally number 2 and number 3. Number 2 was don't ban Islam, and number 3 was ban Islam. So
Hey, look, we have a shitpost. Charging someone with unsafe storage for having their gun on their counter for cleaning. Charging somebody with unsafe storage, alleging the safes in which he stored his guns were not made specifically for that kind of gun. Charging someone with unsafe storage for gaining access to his guns and then using them against people, firebombing his house, and then the piece de resistance charging somebody with unsafe storage because thieves were able to break into his safe after 2 days of efforts, forcing him to stay out of the country for 11 years before dropping charges. Woolad.
for those who don't know, yes, every single one of those things actually happened in this country.
You know, dankness prevails.
I'll have these for lunch tomorrow if you don't want them.
Go for it, wife.
Yeah. So that made it like not as funny because they're all just real.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use some sort of satire with the brain exploding ones.
I like this. The Ruger Charger was a mistake. Changed my mind. Thank you for the shitpost. It was delicious. Then we have there was actually an update on this today. Did anybody catch it?
No, I
Not
didn't.
the one today.
It was in IRC, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. Such the reliableness of IRC is. But somebody had mentioned that there was a reply from the office that this complaint was made to. Something along the lines of the committee is not really a lobbying group, or the committee is not really something that is under the purview of the, agreements made upon by the people in the committee. So it was a really bullshitty response. And I think the reply also included, if you have any questions, just contact Goodale or the lobbying office, which is just passing the buck, basically, I think.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think their voicemail's full right now.
Probably. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this was kind of cool. I like this. On guard for the... I don't know what gun is that supposed to be, but hey, you know what?
A pew one.
A pew one. I like it. This was fun, too. Somebody had fun. Somebody thought that the Norinco clone was an original Winchester or Remington, and I mean...
Yeah, right.
I had to throw my 2 cents in there because that's just not... No. Yeah, I had that exact same gun. It was okay. And shitpost. As it is lately in the sub. As a moderator, I'd like to say this is a tough job wading through all the garbage, folks.
We try to make it unusual for you. Challenging.
I mean, I do spend a lot of my time on Weekend Gun It, so, it's really not that different.
Kind of used to it.
I do post a lot on Weekend Gun It. I post more on Weekend Gun It than I post on Canada Guns anymore. I do make my best of throwing a thing or two into this stuff. I add my contribution. Somebody thought that I was shitting unjustly on Remington. I just said, Remington is just shit. It's my opinion, bro. You don't have to listen to it. But that was fun. And then he said that I should be a better example of a mod, or a better user, because I was a mod. I shouldn't be going around telling
truth to people. Jeez.
Yeah,
no.
he said I should be more welcoming, to which I said, right now I'm being a user, and a user does not have to be welcoming, and me being a mod doesn't really matter, and everybody kind of knows the way I behave already.
I mean, you already did more than I would. If he said you should be nicer, my response would have been fuck off. So
yeah. Oh well. Oh, we got our first piece of hate mail.
Hate
last
comment.
Week, yeah, a comment on the video last week saying that, or 2 weeks ago, about Bill C-71, which was the video before that one, and how apparently we're just the stereotypical gun owners that swear and should.
It's a fucking circle jerk. Let's go.
Everybody, get your hands up. Hands up. Circle jerk time. Circle. There you go. There you go. Everybody.
Too busy painting my mags.
Yeah. Is that what you're doing?
Okay, so if you go to a shooting competition with CZ Shadow mags and you drop one on the ground, what's to differentiate that CZ Shadow mag from fucking everyone else's mag? Nothing.
Yours is.
I try to make mine a little bit unique by doing a bad job with a paint pen.
I'm pretty sure Chad does the same thing, though.
You have to mark them.
Yeah. Other than that, I think we're about ready to go into the post show, after show. This was a nice, brief, and circle jerky episode. Revolvers are cool because they let you go pow, 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 and then you can pop the cylinder and
then you can take a break.
Take a break, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to shoot the whole time. You can just take these breaks every time, you're done with 6 rounds or so.
Reload, it's fine.
What's a break?
It's fun. Adriel, you sold yours immediately upon receiving one and shooting it 100 times, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did shoot it. I gave it a shot.
Yeah. That one did better than the Shadow.
But then I bought the Shadow too. So
Too bad.
I didn't turn around and go buy like a Smith & Wesson Model 17 or whatever, right?
Oh, actually, there's a K22 Masterpiece up on the EE on.
I saw that. It looks pretty nice.
That gun, I would have bought that gun over this gun, but this gun is
how
this gun
long
matches this one. So
how long is
obviously,
the dong on your 22?
Oh, it's a 6-inch barrel.
Oh, lame.
Dude, I've been looking for the fucking 8-inch barrel one. I've seen one of those ever on CGN.
Why don't you run guns it up from the States?
Fuck that.
You don't have true dedication. You lack a discipline.
Hey man, I jumped on this thing 3 minutes after it was posted. That's because I've checked. I've been checking for the fucking handgun forums literally every day for the past like 2 months, looking for a 22 caliber revolver of my liking, and I finally found it.
I've been debating buying a 22 revolver for quite a while now.
Dude, they are so sweet, and I plan on shooting 22 shorts out of it.
No, dude, you got to find the Aguila Calibri stuff.
No, those ones are
460 feet per second.
Yeah.
Does it leave the barrel?
Yeah, this shit's hilarious, man. You can shoot it without ear protection.
Huh.
I might.
That's one of the main reasons I want to get a revolver, is to get a brick of that Calibri shit and then just have fun at the range. And everyone goes, "Is your gun even going off?"
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight and watching. Nice, brief, concise show for once. Sorry we started late, but the computer died. I've been your host, the Crover. Say goodbye, everybody.
When do we ever start on time anyways?
Yeah,
we never start on time. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye, fuckers.